Hello, everybody. Chris Folk Podcast, episode number 103. Today, I'm going to do a quick reading in honor of all the mothers out there. This forenoon, I received a summons from the king. I went at once, presenting myself within the courtyard of his home. I was early. Leonidas had not arrived from his business of organizing the march out. His queen, Gorgo, however, waited upon a bench in the shade of a plane tree, apparently intentionally. She welcomed me and bade me sit. We were alone, absent, all servants and attendants. You are wondering, Paralia, she began, why my husband has sent for you. I will tell you. He wishes to address your heart, and what he imagines must be your feelings of injustice at being singled out, so to speak, to bear a double grief. He is keenly aware that in selecting for the 300, both Olympias and Alexandros, he has robbed you twice, of son as well as husband, leaving only the babe Olympias to carry on your line. He will speak to this when he comes, but first, I must confide in you from my own heart, woman to woman. She is quite young, our queen, and looked tall and lovely, though, in that shadowed light, exceedingly grave. I have been daughter of one king, and now wife to another, Gorgo said. Women envy my station, but few grasp its stern obligations. A queen may not be a woman as others. She may not possess her husband or children as other wives and mothers, but may hold them only in stewardship to her nation. She serves them, the hearts of her countrymen, not her own or her family's. Now you too, Paralia, are summoned to the stern sisterhood. You must take your place at my shoulder in sorrow. This is women's trial and triumph, ordained by God, to abide with pain, to endure grief, to bear up beneath sorrow's yoke, and thus to endow others with courage. As we go on, Leonidas tells her, I will never tell the city why I appointed these 300. I will never tell the 300 themselves, but I now tell you. I chose them not for their own valor, lady, but for that of their women. 2,500 years ago, 300 Spartan men were chosen to go defend the small narrow pass, the Hot Gates, in the Battle of Thermopylae. And the opposition, the Persians, just kept pouring people on. And Leonidas chose 300 men, and he chose 300 men that all had an all-sire squad is what they called it. They all had a male offspring. And he did that because he knew that they were not going to be coming home, but yet there was somebody there to continue the family line. And this woman, Paralia, she wanted to know why not only her husband, but her son were chosen to go there. And he told them that. He said, because, why have I nominated you, lady, to bear up beneath this most terrible of trials? You and your sisters of the 300, because you can. From my lips sprang these words, reproving the king. And is this the reward of women's virtue, Leonidas, to be afflicted twice over and bear a double grief? He chose these women because they were tough. He chose these women because they had valor. He chose these women because he knew that they had the courage, not only themselves, right, to survive what it was to lose a husband, but to also show others what true courage is. He knew that these women in the community, in the society, were not only going to raise strong, tough boys because of their courage and valor, but their courage was going to kind of be expressed to everybody else around there. And they would not lose the fight. Yes, we're going to take a hit here. Yes, we're going to lose 300 of our best soldiers, but that doesn't mean that's just one battle. The war's not over, and we need a strong community back home here so that we can continue to create strong human beings, boys, girls, whatever it may be. It's the mothers of the world who kind of mold our communities, who mold society, who create strong boys, and who create strong girls. So I wish all you mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. Hope you liked the reading. Stephen Pressfield, Gates of Fire, one of the most incredible books on battle. And it's based, and that movie 300 kind of tells that story, right? But this book's got a lot more. Hope you guys have a great Mother's Day. Sayonara.